Hey guys, it's Abby and today I'm doing a Q&A. I love doing Q&As. Maybe I'm just like self-absorbed and I like talking about myself, but I love doing Q&As. It gets to show you a different side of a YouTuber that you normally don't get to see, especially if I'm mainly like unboxing subscription boxes. So I'm super excited to see what you guys have asked me. I have only seen a few questions, so I'm going to go on Instagram first because that's where the least amount of questions are on, and then I'll go on to my community post. Oh, and my kids are home. We are in like self-quarantine, so my kids will be running around and being loud and crazy because I'm a mom, and usually when I'm filming my kids are at school, so I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of schedule while they are home. I might have to record super early in the morning because that's when they're doing their schoolwork, but I also don't want to be recording while they're doing their schoolwork, and then if they need my help, I don't want them to feel like they can't interrupt me. You know, like I want to be available to help them. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to deal with my schedule with recording, but you will be hearing them probably in my videos. Right now they are done their schoolwork, so they're playing in their rooms. So, well, actually they're in one of the rooms and they're loud and just screaming. But soon I'm going to have them go outside and run around and do their own thing. So, all right, so we are going to start this Q&A. I'm a little nervous. I'm not really sure why. I've been nervous since this whole virus outbreak. I mean, it's really scary. Like this whole thing is very, very scary. And I feel like I'm always constantly trying to not show my fear because I have children that sometimes like at night before I am falling asleep, I start to panic over everything because when you think about it, government shutdowns and schools closing and like casinos closing, like all of that stuff, this is stuff that doesn't happen. Like this doesn't happen. So just seeing it happen is crazy. You know, like it's just nuts. So I hope everyone's doing really well. I hope that you guys are all taking everybody into consideration. I know there are some people that think that mass hysteria about this is going a little overboard, and I do agree. But I do think that it is so important that we keep others in mind during this time. And you could have no symptoms at all, but you could be carrying the virus. And if you go to your friend's house or you go to your family's house and someone gets it, they could have a completely different reaction. So you just want to make sure that you're being mindful of others. And you know, social distancing is probably the best thing to do. I'm okay with sitting in my house with my kids because I can watch them and see them and know that they're protected by me as much as I can. So I just hope everyone's being as mindful as they possibly can. So, but I hope you guys are all doing well and you guys are staying healthy and safe, and let's begin. Okay, so on Instagram, my kids are screaming. Okay, so the first one is from, let's go right here. Okay, it says, would you ever consider becoming vegan, vegetarian, or moving towards a more plant-based lifestyle? I don't think I would ever consider going vegan because I don't have that much self-control. Like, I mean, that is a complete change in every aspect of your life. So I don't think I would do that. Not that I find anything wrong with it. I think anybody that is a vegan, more power to you, and I think that's amazing. I just don't have enough self-control to do that. Becoming vegetarian, I don't know if I would ever become vegetarian, but I eat very little meat. Like it's just something that I don't eat. I do eat chicken every once in a while, and sometimes I'll eat a steak, but those are like really rare for me. I'm mostly a like vegetable eater or a chip eater or a cake eater. I don't really eat a lot of meat, but I don't know if I would ever become a vegetarian. It's just not something I have thought about. I don't find anything wrong with being vegetarian or vegan. I think that anybody's lifestyle choice is their own and you can do whatever you want. Okay, the next one is, how did you and your husband meet? Not sure if you've already answered this one. Okay, so my husband and I met when I was working at a little deli. It was called the Linwood Market. It was this cute little store. It was a few blocks from my house. And when I started working there, I became friends with a guy named Matt. And Matt had a best friend named Matt. And one day Matt came in, my husband came into the store to, I think he came in to meet me because his friend would talk about me. And he walked through the door and honestly, this is exactly what happened. I was in the back of the store, and in the wall, there was like this little peephole, and I looked through the peephole and I saw him walk through the doors. He had long, blonde, curly hair and no shirt on and surfer shorts on and no shoes. And I said to my friend who was working with me, I was like, I'm gonna marry him. And we got married. And then it says, what's your favorite foods to cook? And I love cooking lots of food. Like I love to cook. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to make pierogies, especially when I'm having anxiety. You know, you have to make the dough, you have to make the filling. It's like a whole process, and that really helps me keep myself busy when I have anxiety. I'll probably be making a ton of them here recently. I love to make soups and stews. I like any kind of cooking where there's a process, where you have to chop up a lot of things. You have to, you know, saute things, chop things, you know, like I just love the whole process of it. So, I mean, there's so many things I love to cook. What's your favorite foods to eat but not cook because they take too much time, work, etc.? My favorite things to eat. I love cheesecake, but I make cheesecake. I just haven't made it in a long time, but I love cheesecake. I love anything that has potatoes in it. I love to have, like, you know when you have like eggs and toast for breakfast and you have like the side order of potatoes? I love those, but I can never make them right. They never turn out crispy, so I love those. I love anything with onion in it. I like coleslaw, but it's such a pain to make. So those are the things I like. I got a question. Is your husband okay with you unboxing adult toys on your channel? And if so, has he wanted you two to try them out? Also, did you try on the bodysuit? My husband doesn't care what I unbox on my channel. It does not matter to him if I'm unboxing anything. He doesn't care as long as I feel comfortable. He just says, as long as I'm okay with what I'm putting on my channel, he's fine with it. And of course he wants to try this stuff out. And I did wear the bodysuit, and it ripped super easy. My husband was like, I think it was made to rip. I was like, I don't think it was. Okay, the next thing is, love you so much, Abby. What books are you reading right now? Right now, I am reading The Good Deed. It is by, I'll let you know, it's by Heather Chavez, and it's about a veterinarian who helped a woman on the side of the road. And when she did that, the guy that was hurting the woman that she helped said, you have a choice. You can leave the woman here on the side of the road to die, or you can be next. And she had to make that choice. So that's what I'm reading. And the last book that I actually finished was When You Find Me by P.J. Vernon, and that one was pretty good. Okay, the next question is from She Crafty, my Tracy, and she says, why are you so awesome? Also, just in case you did not already know, you are stunningly beautiful with the kindest heart, and an amazing mother and my best friend. I love you, Tracy. Okay, the next question is, what keeps you inspired to do makeup? I don't know. I think there's some days where I wake up and I don't want to do any videos at all, and I don't. I pre-record and I have a whole bunch of backups. But I really like I love uploading the videos, and when I'm like really proud of a video, I love when they go live and I hear everybody talking about them, or I love talking with you guys in the comments. It's really mostly about you guys. Like, I love uploading stuff that you guys enjoy. When you guys tell me that I make you smile and laugh, or you were having a bad day and I gave you guys a little bit of a brightness, like I gave you guys a little bit of happiness for those few minutes that you're watching my video, I love that. Like, it makes me feel good that I can do that for anybody. So I think it's you guys that keeps me like inspired to keep putting up videos and content and putting makeup on. I never liked makeup. I mean, I liked makeup, but I wasn't big into makeup until I started getting subscription boxes. The next thing is, how are you doing right now? How are you holding up? I'm okay. I have my moments where my anxiety is really high. Like every day at like 4 or 5 o'clock, I listen to the news, or I listen to the conferences going up that are being put live. And they freak me out. Like I start worrying all over again, and I just want my husband to come home from work. I go through like waves of anxiety. Before I fall asleep at night, I have anxiety. And I think it's just because I'm so scared about my loved ones. I'm scared for you guys. Like, I don't want anybody to suffer, and everything closing down and like everything becoming like a ghost town is freaky. But I'm okay. I just have a lot of anxiety about everything, and I just want this to be over with. And I just want everyone to take it serious enough that they stay away from people. So that way we can all heal and get this over with. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. But my anxiety is terrible. But I'm holding up okay. Does that make sense? Okay. The next question is, if you could only take 4 makeup items with you on vacation, what would you bring? I would bring mascara, eyeliner, some sort of lipstick, and a blush. That's what I bring. Okay, the next thing is, if there is a makeup look you love, but it's way out of your comfort zone, do you just pass, or do you at least try it out at home? It just depends. Like, I see a lot of amazing makeup looks that go around the internet all the time, and I don't necessarily do them. I might look at them and think, oh, that's beautiful, but I don't ever look at a makeup look and say, I want to do that. Does that make sense? Like, when I start doing my makeup, I just do a makeup look. I'm not thinking of like, oh, this is what I want to do today. I just kind of like stand in my makeup and like near my makeup, pick what I'm going to put on, see what shirt I think I'm going to wear, and that's how I do my makeup. But I'm not the type of person that like watches someone do makeup and wants to do that look, or I see a look and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. I have a rabbit hair on my nose. I've really never been that way. I think that some makeup looks are absolutely stunning, and I think to myself, I could never do that. But if I tried, I mean, I would try if I wanted to try, but I haven't necessarily wanted to try. You know what I mean? Okay. The next one is, hello beautiful, how are you? I want to know how you came up with the Safety Seal song. I swear so many other YouTubers sing that song. I think of you every time I see a safety seal, and it brings a smile to my face, sending you love and hugs. You are truly amazing. And then someone else wrote underneath, I want to know too. I sing it sometimes. I actually hear a lot of you guys, when you get a safety seal, you sing it as well. When I first started my channel and I was getting subscription boxes, so many products didn't have safety seals. They were like missing. So whenever I would see a safety seal, I get excited about it, because I truly think that safety seals are so important. When you open up a sample size or a travel size or a full size product, you want to see that it's sealed so it's brand new, so that nothing has like contaminated it in any way. So just notice after, like, because I never thought of it. I never really thought about it too much until I started getting boxes and makeup and that kind of stuff. And the lack of safety seals, or even like a little like seal to connect like the lipsticks closed, you know, like, there was just nothing there. So whenever I saw one, I got excited and I started singing the safety seal song. And I did that in the beginning of my channel, like not even like 6 months in, I started singing the safety seal song. I have no idea why. I just did, and now it's stuck. I still sing it, not as often as I used to. Sometimes I wish I never made it up because it's so silly. But my kids sing it. My husband's like, you should put safety seal. You should copyright it. I'm like, I'm not copywriting it. But I think safety seals are so important for everything, even for food. Like every single thing that we get needs a safety seal. Maybe I'm just crazy. Okay. We got a safety seal. The next one is, how do you litter train a rabbit? I have to know. I have no idea. When we got the rabbit, he was litter trained. I just got lucky that he was litter trained, because I didn't litter train him. And the rabbit, I have no idea how he got litter trained. I don't even know how, I have no idea. I don't even know how cats learn how to be litter trained. They kind of just do it, right? I don't know. Okay. The next one is, how did you and your husband meet, and how did he propose? Okay, so I told you guys how we met. And then we were living together, like we moved in together quite fast. So we met each other when we were 19, and then I got pregnant with Dahlia when I was 26. And I was pregnant with Dahlia. We had Dahlia, and Dahlia was born on March 23rd. And then the next year later that year on Christmas, my mom and my twin sister came to Christmas Eve to be with Dahlia for her first Christmas Eve. And Dahlia was sick. She had rosacea. So she had a really high fever. Her cheeks were really pink. She was really sick. And we went to Matt's mom's house for Christmas Eve, like we normally do. And I was like a first-time mom. So my anxiety was really high. I was scared for my kid because she had a high fever. She wasn't feeling well. And we went to Matt's mom's house, and I remember like Matt coming up to me and being like, we need to run to the store real quick to get some drinks. Will you go with me? And I'm like, no, I'm not leaving Dahlia. Like, she's not feeling well. And like, I gave him this huge attitude. And my mom came up to me. She like put her hand on my shoulder. She was like, just go with Matt to go get something to drink. She's like, get out of the house. It's only for 5 minutes. Just go with him. You know, you need this little break. And I'm thinking, I'm not leaving my baby. But I went anyway, and I was in the worst mood. I like stomped out to the car. I was like a moody new mama. You know what I mean? My baby's sick. So we get in the car, and he starts driving the wrong direction. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? And he stops, and he tells me to get out of the car, and we're at the Linwood Market where we met. And he brings me to the front, and he gets on one knee, and he proposes. That's how he did it. And then when he bought me my newest ring, because he got me another ring, I don't wear it often just because I don't like to wear rings, but when he bought me my new ring, like we had gone through so much, like when I tell you so much, like financially, we had lost everything, our cars, our house, every single thing we ever like worked towards, we lost. And he wasn't working. Like, it was just a really, really hard time in our lives. And I had been using as well. So it was just a really hard time in our lives. And we had just gotten a new place, and I was just newly like going to therapy and getting myself better. And he took me back to the Linwood Market, and he re-proposed to me on Christmas Eve and gave me a new ring. He's a sweetheart. My husband's really romantic. I'm not romantic, but he's romantic, and I'm very lucky for that because I love him so much. Okay, next question is by Chrissy Harless. First of all, I love her. If you don't know Chrissy's channel, you have to go check it out. She's doing really, really well. I'm super proud of her. I think I said that in another video, but she's doing awesome. Chrissy is rocking it on YouTube, and I love to say to myself, I know her. But anyway, she's an unboxing channel, and she's really great. But she says, you find out you caught the virus. Who's the first person you'd go try to kiss? I'd like to say nobody. Like, I'd like to say that no one pops up in my head. Like, I would like to say that, but that's not the truth. I would probably go give my stepfather, I probably wouldn't give him a kiss, but I would definitely sneeze in his face. The next question is by Chrissy as well. She says, what guilty pleasure did you stock up on for this quarantine? Ice cream. I got ice cream. I love ice cream. Like any kind of ice cream I love. I don't really like chocolate ice cream very much, but I like ice cream. So I got ice cream. I also got Cheez-Its and Tasty Cakes and Doritos. Okay, the next one, it's not a question, she says, but it's by Brandy's Review. It's by Brandy's Reviews, and I like Brandy's channel as well. She's a smaller channel. She does a lot of like book reviews, but they're like love story book reviews, and I just think she's great. She's funny, she's quirky, she's great. I really, really like her. And she says, not a question, just a reminder for you that you are an awesome content creator, person, and mom. You bring happiness into the lives of others, and I'm happy to know you. Oh my gosh, that was so sweet. Thank you, Brandy. First question is, when you started YouTube, did you feel awkward asking for a friend? Yes. When I first started YouTube, I didn't really know what I was doing. I propped my camera, my phone up where my TV is in my living room. It's not there anymore, but I propped it up on where my TV was, and I just kind of sat there. I unboxed ThredUp, produce boxes. Like I used to get door-to-door organics and get like fresh fruit and vegetables every week. And I forget what the next thing was. Maybe it was a snack box or something. And I felt really, really weird because talking to a camera, you feel weird. You're like, do I look weird? Am I sounding weird? Like it's very strange. And because I didn't edit, I was just like really awkward. But I'm an awkward person in general. I am socially awkward. I don't know how to hold conversations with people. Like I am an awkward person in general. So being awkward in front of a camera was not new. Being awkward wasn't new, but being awkward in front of a camera was new. Do you know what I mean? How many boxes do you get a month, and how long have you been married? I don't know how many boxes I get a month. It depends actually on the month, because I do get like boxes that are bi-monthly, but I get a lot. I get a lot of boxes. I just don't know how many I get. And how long have I been married? My husband and I have been together for 19 years. And we got married I got engaged on Christmas Eve and we eloped on New Year's Eve. So 11 years married, I think. Yeah, 11 years. How did you pick your daughter's names? I really like them. Dahlia is my sister Heidi's Hebrew name, and my sister Heidi passed away. And I wanted to name my daughter, well, one of my kids after my sister Heidi, but I never wanted to take the name Heidi because there could never be another Heidi. In my mind, I was like, there could never be another Heidi. I could never name one of my kids Heidi. But Heidi's Hebrew name was Dahlia. So I chose Dahlia, and I always loved the name Sage. It was just such a pretty name, so I picked Dahlia Sage. And Scarlett, her name was picked by my husband. We were told Scarlett was a boy. So her name was going to be Robert Lane. Robert from my father who passed away, and Lane from Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, the band Alice in Chains. But she ended up being a girl, so Matt picked her name Scarlett with one T, and we kept the middle name Lane because my husband's best friend who passed away. How sad. How many people have passed away that our kids are named after? My husband's best friend picked Lane for her middle name because he was going to be her godfather. And her name is Scarlett Lane, and Lane is from Alice in Chains, Lane Staley. Okay, the next thing is, what is your number one favorite movie and your number one song? My number one favorite movie is Goodfellas. I could watch that movie every day, all day long. I love that movie. Like, I love Goodfellas so much. It's such a good movie. I like Casino too. I really like Casino. Can't pick. I like Goodfellas. And my favorite song is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. I could listen to that every day. If I'm in a bad mood, I put on Bohemian Rhapsody and I dance around my house. My kids sing it with me, and it's just a song that I absolutely love. The next question is, how did you get so sweet? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not sweet all the time. I am sweet, but I'm not sweet all the time. Can we meet all your pets? I am going to do a video with all my pets. I promise you I'm going to introduce you guys to all my pets. I'll let you guys know how many pets I have. I have 3 cats. Their names are Oko, Scribble, and Masha. I have one female panther chameleon. She's staring at me right now. I have one little bunny. His name is Oscar. And I have one guinea pig, and his name is Bev. I'm going to do a little video with all my animals, but not in this video, but I will be introducing you guys to my animals. My animals are like my life. I love them so much. They're like my kids. Every night at 7 o'clock, I am feeding the guinea pig and the rabbit their salads. The chameleon gets her crickets. The cats have food all the time. Like, it's just a cute little family, you know? Next question. Why are you so pretty? I'm sorry. I don't know. My mom made me pretty. What is your favorite TV show? Our guilty pleasure that you can't stop watching. That cricket drive me insane. Okay, my favorite TV show. I really, really liked Vampire Diaries. I could watch that forever. I really liked True Blood. True Blood is a really good one. I could watch that 300 times over and over again. What else? I love The Walking Dead for the longest time. I really liked The Walking Dead for the longest time, but the new seasons I haven't really gotten into. I really like Shameless. I love Shameless. Shameless is such a good TV show. I really like Homeland. Oh, there's so many. The next question is, how old are you? I am 38 and I will be 39 on June 12th. The next one is, I am so grateful to you and all YouTube creators who are making normal content and not making everything about the coronavirus. I appreciate the mental break. I don't think I could sit down and actually do a full video on the coronavirus, but I don't mind bringing it up in my videos, like checking in on you guys, wondering how you guys are doing. I think that it's really important. That's how the crickets feel about the coronavirus. They don't care. They said, I am in a chameleon's cage. I'm going to be eaten. Be quiet. I think that it's really important for awareness to be brought to all of us about the virus, but I don't think that I need to do a whole video on it. The next thing is, what is my favorite music? I like all sorts of music. Like, I really like all kinds of music. I love classic rock, but I also love like hard rock. I love System of a Down is one of my favorite bands to listen to. I love Stone Temple Pilots. I like Korn. I like Queen. I love Jimi Hendrix. I love The Doors. I used to listen to Bob Marley nonstop. I like newer music too. Like, I like Selena Gomez. There's so many other ones that I'm not thinking of, but I like newer music and I like older music. I love Janis Joplin. I like it all. But if I was to get in the car and listen to something right now, it would probably be like heavy metal, hard rock. I like Guns N' Roses. There's so much I like, but I do like newer music now, especially since my kids are younger and they like it too. Next thing is, I want to know, where are you from? Meaning, what state or borough? I also want to know that I want you to know that I truly enjoy your videos because you show me the real you. I'm not that kind of person that like sits down and changes my personality for my videos. I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know how to be anybody else but myself. So I'll always be myself. There are going to be days where I am quieter, or I'm crazier, or I am, just boring, but I'm still myself. And crickets. And it says, I want to know where are you from, meaning what state or borough. I live in New Jersey. I live near Atlantic City. Next thing is, can you have more kids? If so, do you want more? I asked lots of questions on your original post. Can't wait to hear everything. Love ya, stay safe. And that's from Ashley Hunt. I love you, Ashley. You are just the sweetest subscriber ever. Kids. I would have loved more kids. I would have loved a ton more kids. Give me a herd of kids and I would be happy. But I have not been able to have any more since Scarlett, and they just weren't in the cards for me, so I'm very thankful for the two that I have. Let's see. What has been the best year of your life and why? When I was 16, my mom left my stepfather, and all of my siblings kind of like came back into my life. So maybe it wasn't just that year, but the years between being 16 and 19 were some of the best years of my life, just because I was finally with my family again. There wasn't so much like chaos and pain in our lives, anymore. It was just love. And then my sister had her baby Zoe, and Zoe brought us all together more, and it was such a good time in our life. And then after I was 19, or when I was 19, my sister died, and then my nephew passed away, and then so much stuff happened, and I became an addict. It was just so much went crazy that I think those years before my sister passed were my best years. But now my life is different. Like, I have kids now, and it's a different kind of life. So I guess that's my answer. I don't know. Okay. What's your favorite unboxing to do? I love the dot box. I think it's so much fun, and it's such a cute box to have to unbox on my channel. But I really like the owner of that box. I really like to do my BoxyCharm boxes because I love what comes in my BoxyCharm boxes. I'm going to get rid of this cricket. You can see what cricket is chirping. So I thought I got the right one. Apparently I didn't. Apparently I did not get the right cricket. I didn't kill him. I put him outside. I'm trying not to do that because I don't know if I can get crickets for my chameleon later, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure I have enough food for her, but I'm not listening to that thing chirp. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. What my favorite unboxings are. I like any of my beauty boxes. I always get really excited about my beauty boxes. I really love Allure. I love the dot box. I love a lot of them. I don't think I can choose. Next one is, what's your most embarrassing moment? I've had a lot of I've had a lot of them. I am pretty embarrassing. What's your most proud moment? I think each of my kids' births they, like, looking at your kid and seeing like how beautiful they are and that you created them is probably my most proud moment. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Okay, what does your husband do for a living? My husband runs a construction company. He, like a new build construction company. They build new homes. They tear down old ones and they build new ones. Is YouTube your full-time job or just a hobby? Right now it's just a hobby. I don't bring home enough for it to be a job. And can we be best friends? Yes. How do you handle it when kids, animals, house, how do you handle it when the kids, animals, house is chaotic? You're trying to do something but can't concentrate. Everybody needs something right that second. You know what I mean? When everything happens all at 1 second, all at the same second. I usually scream. Like, to be really real, I'm usually like, "Oh, stop! Everybody stop!" Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, "Let me go outside for a second and take a breather." I scream at everyone to knock it off. I separate the kids. I put them in their rooms. If it's the animals that are being crazy as well, they'll run because I scream stop. And then I'll go out and take a breather. But I will let everybody know that I am at my end of my rope and they better get away from me because I am going to flip. Now, flipping is not like flipping the table. It's just I'm about to get really angry and I want everyone to back off. And that's what I do. I'm not into like corporal punishment with my kids, but my kids know when I'm serious. They know that like if mommy is mad, I need to walk away because I'm gonna get in trouble. My phone's gonna be taken. She's gonna take my computer, like that kind of stuff. So that's what I do. I literally will scream like, "Knock it off! Everybody stop! I can't think," and they all back away. How did you deal with withdrawals from opiates and still having to take care of everyone and everything? I put myself in a program. So I went to a program and I was able to be put on a certain medication to wean me down off of that until I was completely off of that medication. So I never went through the terrible like withdrawal of any of that. Like I put myself into a program to deal with that because it was an outpatient program. So I was able to live my life and continue to take care of everything that I needed to, but I was also in this program. And that's what really helped me. They gave me therapy. They put me on a medication to stop the withdrawals. And then you taper down off of that medication. And I went through a lot of therapy. I still go through therapy today. I don't think there is no way that I would have been able to go through that without doing what I did to get off of everything, because it was really hard. And you are not ready to come off of everything when somebody's making you do it. You have to do it for yourself. And at that point, I was ready to do it for myself. Like I was tired. I was so tired of the searching and waking up feeling like, what do I need to do today to get what I need? Like I was tired and I put myself in a program. Okay. How can we tell when an influencer is being honest with us? How can you tell who to trust and not to trust? I don't know. When I first started YouTube, I believed everybody. Like I never thought that anybody sat in front of a camera and lied. I just never thought that way. But doing YouTube for so long, now I know like that mostly everybody is covering up for something. Mostly, I mean, it just is. I get a lot of like slack from people because I'm brutally honest when it comes to subscription boxes and whatever I'm reviewing. Even if a company sends me something for free, I will not like lie to you guys and say it's good, because I don't want you guys spending money on something that's not good, because I don't have money to just spend on stuff that is not going to be worth it. I am still on a strict budget and I need to make sure that whatever I'm spending my money on is going to be worth it to me. So I don't want you guys to do that, because I'm just like you guys. I have a husband that goes to work every day. I have kids. We're on a budget. It's not like I don't spend my money frivolously. So I have to make sure that I'm honest with you guys so that doesn't happen to you guys. I don't know how to tell if someone's being honest. I hope that a lot of people are being honest, but I don't really know how to tell. I just don't know how. I mean, I don't really trust very many bigger YouTubers, but I feel bad about saying that because there's so many bigger YouTubers that are probably very trustworthy. but I do think that smaller YouTubers are doing YouTube for a different reason. They're not doing it just for the money. Do you see yourself ever doing vlogs or Instagram stories? Getting to really know influencers is how I feel connected to them, and I think it would make you soar. You're so funny and I really enjoy your videos. I've thought about doing Instagram stories. I don't really know how to do one, to be real. I've never done one, so I don't really know how to do one. I think I may have posted a picture on an Instagram story before, but I don't really know because I didn't see it, but I think it was there. I kind of forget because YouTube takes up so much of my time. So my kids go to school and then I get up in the morning, I get my kids to school, I get ready to make videos, I sit down, make my videos, and by the time my kids are coming home, I'm editing. So I don't really have time to do Instagram stories or to, what else? And vlogging. Vlogging I won't ever do. And I'm going to tell you that my kids are really young. They're only 11 and almost 13. So I don't want to put them on YouTube. I don't want to make them feel like they have to be on YouTube, and they're both going through weird little stages in their lives, and I don't want to embarrass them if they don't want to be on camera. Like Dahlia wants nothing to do with YouTube. I also don't want to show my house and where I live because it's for privacy reasons. So I probably wouldn't vlog, but other social media, I just forget. Like I'm trying really hard right now to continue Snapchatting because I remember to do it. But any of the other stuff, I just don't have time. It's like, I don't know how anybody who's a mom and does YouTube has time to do Instagram, has time to post like Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube. I don't know how anybody finds that time. I feel like I would constantly be on social media if I did that. So I'm okay with just posting YouTube and doing Snapchats, but maybe I will start doing maybe a little bit of Instagram stories if I learn how. I don't know how. Okay. Yay, I've always wanted one of these from you. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 6 siblings, and I am the youngest with my twin sister, Jackie. How was your upbringing? My upbringing is like a whole nother story to tell. Like it would be a whole different video. It's a video in itself. My father died when I was a baby from cancer, and then my mom got sick, and we were separated from the rest of my siblings at the age of 5. When we were reunited, it wasn't all of us together, but my mom had remarried to this man, and he was our stepfather, and life with him was really awful. It was just a terrible, abusive life, and she divorced him when I was 16, and then I feel like my life restarted. But my childhood, there was a lot of happy moments in my childhood. I'm not saying there wasn't happy moments in my childhood, but my childhood was really hard. And because of the abuse I had been through, I have struggled in my life because of that. How did you start YouTube and why? My sister Amanda was doing YouTube. She was vlogging, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I get to watch her life. And because she was living in Germany, her family's in the military. So they were stationed in Germany, and before that, Hawaii and then Okinawa. So I got to watch them and see what they were doing in their life. But I didn't want to vlog. I wanted to do something different because I thought it was really cool. So I started showing you guys boxes, and that's how I started. And I was in a really bad place when I started my YouTube channel. I was like, we had just moved into this place, and prior to moving into this place, we had a lot going on in our life that was really hard. So when I moved into here, it was like, we finally got a new place, but I was in a really, really awful spot in my life. I was pretty depressed. My anxiety was really bad. I've never had any self-confidence ever. I've just never been someone who was confident in themselves. So I was struggling with that, and I needed something for myself. I had been taking care of my husband's grandparents, but then his grandfather passed away. And then a year after I started my channel, his grandmother had passed away, and I was taking care of her on a daily basis. So I was like coming home from that and doing YouTube. And when she passed away, I didn't know what to do with myself. I had all of this free time while my kids were in school, and I didn't know what to do with myself, so I threw myself into YouTube, and it's really helped me. It's definitely given me some sort of confidence, and it also brings in a small income. And what do your kids think of you having a channel? My kids They don't care. They think, sometimes they think it's funny, like they'll see a thumbnail and they'll make fun of me for it. But I think my 11-year-old thinks it's kind of cool. My 13-year-old, she's like, whatever. They're used to it. They tell their friends that their mom's a YouTuber, and their teachers, but I think they're just used to it now. It's just something that I have done for so long that they're like, oh, mom does YouTube. You've mentioned that you're a twin. Are you an identical twin? Do you enjoy being a twin? Are you really close? My twin sister and I are not identical. We're actually like two completely different people. Like our personalities are super different and we look completely different. Jackie is, I almost called her Dahlia. Jackie is 5'3", 5'4". I'm 5'7". She wears glasses. Her hair is really long. She doesn't wear any makeup. My hair was really long for a while, but I mean, like Jackie's got like this thick, dark hair, and she's absolutely stunning. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of her real quick. Let me see. This is my twin sister and I in high school. There's us in high school. And then, let me see if I can find a recent one. She lives in Pennsylvania, so we don't see each other often, but we talk to each other every day. That's me and Jackie. So there she is. She's so cute. Isn't she so cute? And there we are. So that's me and my twin sister. I love her so much. And Jackie and I are very, very close. We're very different, but we're very close. We talk to each other every day. She's actually like an obsessive caller. So if I miss her call in the morning, she will obsessively call me until I answer. She's like, you will answer, you will talk to me, you will not get away with not talking to me today. Like, she's obsessive. Okay, the next thing is, do you have any crafts or activities in mind to do with the girls since they will be home for a few weeks? I haven't even thought that far. I haven't thought that far yet. Okay, Leanne Serrario. Leanne, she has a channel. I'm going to link it in my description box. I love her so much. She and I are very good friends. We text all the time. We're going to do a collab coming up soon. She says, why are you so freaking cute and such an amazing friend to me? Because I love her and she's just kind. She's a kind soul. She's been through so much this year, and I just love her so much. So if you guys don't know who she is, make sure you subscribe to her channel. The next thing is, hey gorgeous, my question is, who do you get your makeup inspiration from? What's your favorite subscription box at the moment? Okay, so I don't know who I get my makeup inspiration from. I mean, if I like a look, I'll try and, well, if I like a certain look, I'll see if I have those colors in my collection. I don't really get it from anybody. Just, I don't know. I guess I get makeup inspiration from my palettes that I have or palettes that I want. And what's my favorite subscription box at the moment? I love Allure and I love BoxyCharm. I don't like Ipsy right now, but I do like Ipsy's Glam Bag. I do. The next one is, do you have any hidden talents like play the piano or another instrument? No. I played flute when I was little. That didn't go very far. I can play a few songs on the piano, a few songs on guitar, but I'm not good at anything really. I used to sing. I used to sing all the time. I was in like a little band and I was in choir, but I don't sing anymore. Okay, next one is, what is your all-time favorite drugstore makeup brand and your all-time favorite high-end makeup brand? I love ColourPop, but I consider that drugstore. I do like Wet n Wild, and my favorite high-end, I guess Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Okay, what is your skincare routine? Your skin always looks flawless. My skin is not flawless. I have like a dark spot over here and I do break out, but what I do for my skincare routine is, my kids, I take off all my makeup with a makeup wipe with my micellar water, take off all my makeup, and then I wash my face with whatever face cleanser I'm using. Then I either tone my face or I skip the toning. I don't tone my face every night, but I'll either do a toner or I won't. Then I put a serum on, then I put a moisturizer on, and then I put an eye cream on. And I always put stuff on my neck and the backs of my hands. I think I'm going to do a separate video on how to start a YouTube channel and tips on having a YouTube channel, because I have a few questions in here that talk about how to, you know, set up lighting and that kind of stuff. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know, because I think I might make a video like that. Okay, are you a stay-at-home mama or do you have a job other than YouTube? If so, what is it? So before I moved into this house, it was before I started my YouTube channel, and I've worked a ton of jobs. I used to teach preschool, and then I worked at a hotel as a receptionist. Then I worked back at a daycare, and then I had my own daycare at my house. Then I got pregnant with Dahlia, and then after I had Dahlia and Scarlett, I went back to working at a hotel, and I was working nights. I was working nights for a really long time, like a really long time, just working nights, and I was so tired. A 7 to 7 shift. And then we moved into this house, and I was taking care of Matt's grandparents. And then after that, I did not have to go back to work. I'm very, very lucky that my husband has a good job, and YouTube brings in a little bit of income for me. Not a lot, but it does bring home an income. Do you have any tattoos? No, but I do want to get a tattoo. I want to get one right on my wrist. What is the best long wear black eyeliner? Maybelline has a really good skinny eyeliner that I like to use, and then Fenty has a really great eyeliner as well. What is your favorite childhood memory? I have a lot of childhood memories, but some of my favorite ones are with me and my sister Amanda. We used to go to the beach and play there all the time. We got kicked off the beach from the lifeguards. Like, they brought us home and they were like, they cannot come to this beach anymore. One time I got in trouble and I wasn't allowed to eat dinner, so my sister was bringing me in food. So she'd bring in me like a spoonful of oatmeal, a spoonful of brown sugar, a spoonful of cereal, and then one time she brought in a spoonful of pickle juice. So I have a lot of memories like that. Okay, would you ever do a video with your girls or hubby? My husband said that when we hit 20K that he would think about doing a video with me, but it never came about because he's pretty shy. My husband's pretty shy, and he would be uncomfortable, and I don't want to make him uncomfortable. My kids have, in very early times, have been on video with me, but now that they're getting a little bit older, they're kind of like a little shyer and a little awkward, and they don't really want to be on camera. So I never want to force anybody to be on camera if they don't want to, but if they did ask me, I might. But my kids are, I don't know, I feel weird putting my kids on camera now. Okay. What's the best financial and or budgeting tips that you could give a partial stay-at-home mom with 2 young kids? You seem really smart, and I'm looking for honest tips and advice to help out my little family. Okay, so I always say this: never spend more than you have. That's my motto. Whenever my husband brings home a paycheck, I put that paycheck in the bank, and whatever I need from that paycheck for bills, we can't touch. So we don't touch it. Whatever's left over for extra, I cut that in half, and I don't use half of that. So there's always money staying in the bank, because I feel like when you think that that one whole check is like for you to spend, it's not true, because in the next week you'll have to pay your bills. So always like cut your checks in half. That's how I think it is. So when my husband brings home a check, I cut it in half, and then I cut that in half. So it's usually like a quarter of a check I can use for whatever we need that are extras. I always say, get what your kids need, but not what they want. That's what my motto is in my house. So that's what I go by. I don't know if that helps. How do you manage your anxiety? I'm really, really struggling. I do not manage my anxiety. I feel like I just don't show you guys my anxiety on camera, but I don't manage it. I was put on medication for it, but I don't take it anymore because it made me feel weird. Like, it made me feel like I was like crawling out of my skin. But I don't manage it. When I have anxiety, I do busy work. I'll make pierogies. I'll start cooking. I will do whatever I possibly can to keep me busy so my mind is busy. When my mind is not busy, I start to freak out. I'm not someone that like goes to sleep when I have anxiety. I can't do that. Like, I can't block out the world. I have to do something proactive to keep myself busy for my anxiety to get better. Does that make sense? What is my biggest fear? And then we're almost done, guys. What is my biggest fear? My biggest fear is someone that I love dying. I've had a lot of people in my life pass away, and my biggest fear is someone in my life dying, someone very close to me. Also, watching any of my loved ones struggle. And I think about what's going on right now, that's the biggest reason why I have so much anxiety about what's going on because God forbid my kids get sick. I have to watch them struggle. My husband gets sick. I have to watch them struggle. And those are my biggest fears. I just can't handle death. How much do you make off YouTube monthly? It actually depends. So I almost put up a video every day. Sometimes I skip a day during the week, but I usually put one up every day. And sometimes I can make $50 a video. Sometimes I can make $100 a video, but depending on the views, like usually a video that has 9,000 views on it, maybe I might make $100 or a little less. But it depends on the month. If I have a good month on YouTube, I can make, my highest paycheck on YouTube was $1,800, $1,800. I've never been paid that much again after that, but it really depends. I started making over $1,000 last summer. And I haven't gotten less than $1,000 a month since last summer, but it just depends on how well my videos do. Some months I get $1,300, some months I'll get $1,100, some months I'll get like $1,000, some months I'll get $1,500. Just depends on how well my channel is doing. I don't get paid a lot, but I do make a little bit of an income that I can help with my family. What is your favorite hobby besides YouTube? I don't have any hobbies. I have children and animals. I have a zoo. I guess my hobby is taking care of my zoo. What will be your next pet? I don't know. Whatever my husband brings home, probably. Like, who knows? We had a chinchilla for a day. We have a chameleon and crickets. Holy mother of God, these crickets. Do you live somewhere near Philadelphia? Because you pronounce Wooder as Wooder. I live in New Jersey. And yeah. I love that you answered the phone in your video. Can you do more like that? I think I could use some normal in my life right now. This is how I feel. If I was sitting down talking to you guys as a friend and my mother-in-law called, I would have picked up the phone and I would have answered it because I don't want to ignore my mother-in-law. She's my mother-in-law. I respect her. I was making a video and she was calling about something super important, so I picked up the phone. I don't fear being real. I don't fear that you guys are going to think of me differently because I answered the phone. If I have an off day and I have to make a video, you guys are going to see that off day. And I think that we all need to be nicer to each other because I wouldn't be mad at you for doing that. I wouldn't be mad at you for having anxiety. I wouldn't be mad at you for having anxiety over the coronavirus. I think that there's so much negativity in our lives that bringing more negativity to somebody that is already going through something negative or having anxiety or panicking is mean. So yeah, you guys will probably see me be a little bit more real on camera now that my kids are home because, I mean, shit. Things can't be any more real right now than being self-quarantined in New Jersey with your kids and 100 animals, you know? But I think all of us need to be a little bit more real. I would love to watch some YouTubers be real and be scared or have anxiety or to share with us more of their lives so that I can feel more connected to them because I think that's so important, you know? Okay. How many other YouTube influencers have you met? I met She Crafty and I met Just Ann and my sister. I haven't met anybody else. What software do you edit with? I edit with iMovie and sometimes I use, what's that other one? Let me see. KindMaster. It just depends on what I'm doing. How hard was it for you to post, create, upload your first few videos with bad anxiety? Pretty hard. I was scared. I was scared of judgment, and my first year was really hard. I took everything to heart. Like, you guys think that I take things to heart now? Anything that anybody did, dislikes, mean comments, anything, I was like so upset by it. Now I'm like, okay, what I do now? Because now I'm used to it, which is so sad. Like, you have to get used to people being mean to you or being rude, you know what I mean? But I am more used to it. But there are days, like the other day, where my anxiety was really high and then people were being cruel about it and being cruel to each other in my video. Like, that was what bothered me. People were being cruel to each other. Like, don't argue on my page. And then I had some lady literally go off on me for like 50 comments telling me that she was mad at me because I replied to her comment. She was rude to me and I replied to her. And then she told me I was awful, that I was evil, that I was like her ex-husband. I just wanted her mouth to be shut. And it was like, I'm already feeling enough anxiety as it is. Don't put your fears and your things that you've been through on me, because that's not fair. I didn't do anything to her. You know what I mean? Like, I just answered her. She wrote a rude comment. I just answered it, and she didn't like my answer. And it's like, well, you put yourself out there. And that's the thing. I put myself out there, and I get a lot of shit for it. Where did I get on this? I don't know. What was the question? All right, guys, that is it for today. I'll make sure to check out the rest of your questions. I'll make a part 2, or this will be part 2. I'm not really sure. I'll see what happens. But thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys so, so much. I hope you guys learned a little bit about me. If you have any other questions you want to ask them in this video. If you guys want to see certain videos, let me know in the comments below. We all have extra time right now since we are hopefully all self-quarantining ourselves. So ask me anything you want. Tell me what you guys want me to do in my next few videos. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for asking me all these questions. I love you guys so, so much. If you like this video, I forgot what I was going to say. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.